Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today we're going to go ahead and review a fragrance that was released in the year of 2011. The fragrance we're going to touch upon today is called Gucci Guilty Pour Homme. Now Gucci Guilty Pour Homme, again, released in 2011. This is actually the original that I'm reviewing. I've reviewed two of the flankers, maybe a little bit more. I believe Absolute and Gucci Guilty Black, which are flankers of this particular fragrance. Now, I just never got around to reviewing it, and here we go. I'm excited to kind of get into this actual review. Now, before we get onto the notes, it's available in two main sizes, the 1.6 and I believe the 3 point, it's either 2 point or 3 point something. Anyways, the 1.6 is going to run you of roughly $69 and the 3 or the larger size is going to run you, I think, $88 or so. So, if you look around on discount sites, you will definitely find this. Watch out, you can definitely pick up fakes of this fragrance, so you definitely want to go to a store that you know that you're getting the genuine article, because this is heavily faked. Gucci Guilty is definitely heavily faked. Alright, now let's get into the actual scent itself. Notes of the fragrance are listed on screen. The big thing to take away from this fragrance is that it comes off as a citrusy, lavender, creamy type of a scent. Now, it's very pleasant to me, very simple, and it's very clean at the same time. The one major thing that I like to say about this fragrance is it's definitely of the generic brand. Now, whenever I say generic, some people always get themselves in a huff of what I mean by that. They get offended by it. What I mean by generic is there are a lot of other fragrances that have a similar quality to it. It's got kind of this DNA that runs in a lot of other fragrances. So it's not original in that manner. But at the same time, it is a very pleasant smelling fragrance. I usually go about 3 sprays on the fragrance, and it kind of remains the same way throughout the entire fragrance, which brings me to one of its weak points. On my skin, it only lasted anywhere between 3 and 5 hours. I did not get good performance on this fragrance, which is something of note. The other thing of mention is that on my skin, it wasn't a huge projector. It did pretty well. It kept itself, I'd say, to about half a foot around my skin and body. And when I had people try and smell it, they would, come up to me and not really be able to smell it unless their noses were almost right up against my skin. So take with that what you will. Now, the other thing about this fragrance, it's got your citrus, it's got your lavender, it's kind of got this little vanilla undercurrent at the same time, and it's, got this creaminess to it. That remains with the fragrance, but as it goes on, it starts to take in a little bit more of a, I want to say, musky type of a vibe to it. It's not really a true, I sprayed this one on roughly 4 hours ago, which was, I was trying to kind of gain my memory from it. It's not a true musky type of a smell, but it is musk-esque, if you will. So it kind of has that, generic type of a dry down. It's not even really a woody dry down. I wouldn't really give it that kind of grain of thought. Now, as far as the performance goes, I mentioned that the age group, I think any age group can go ahead and pull this one off. I think this is a great fragrance to wear year-round. It's versatile in that respect. But I think the optimum place to actually pull this one off is the workplace. This is a great work fragrance. It's very compliment getting, I would definitely say. You will definitely smell clean. You will smell presentable. Not many people will dislike this fragrance at that. Now, I personally did not get any compliments with this fragrance, but I still put it in the realm of compliment getting as far as fragrances go. So, I would say it definitely is a compliment getter in that, factor. So if I'm going to go ahead and give this fragrance a rating, I give this fragrance a rating a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Now, not so great a rating, and I really do think that the flankers of Gucci Guilty are much better than this particular fragrance, but let me tell you why. One, the scent, I'm going to go ahead, it's getting half of a star. I think the scent it's a great scent, or I won't say great, it's a good scent, but at the same time, it's nothing that I haven't smelled about 100 times before as far as other fragrances. Again, it's generic, it's in other DNA. In some cases, generic is a good thing. In this particular case, it's not the best thing, but the scent is, I would say, it's good. It's not standing out. Now, as far as the originality goes, it does not get any stars for originality. It's not an original fragrance in the very least. Even for 2011 when it came out, it still wasn't really original then. As far as the performance goes, it gets half of a star for performance. I know I'm being a little bit generous on this because I did get 1 or 2 scenarios where it lasted about 6 or 7 hours on my skin, but 5 really was, 4 or 5 was really where I was landing on this fragrance. So I'm going to give it a little bit of mercy and give it half of a star on that note. Value, this is where it does step in. If you can find this fragrance from a legit site, you will be able to purchase this one, and it will be a good deal now, just because those prices that I mentioned, it's heavily discounted at this point, and you can find this one for as low as $30, $40 as much. So just, again, be careful as long as you're getting the genuine article, and even if it's priced at its original price, I still say it's decently priced, okay? And finally, the compliments. I'm giving it half of a star for the compliments, only because, yes, I said that this is definitely a compliment getter, but at the same time, I think it suffers from the fact that people can't smell you. So, it's kind of got that dual double-edged sword, right? So 2.5 out of 5 stars. At the end of the day, I do think this is a good fragrance, and if you don't have other fragrances that are like this, I would say get your nose on it, possibly purchase it, because it will fill that role of kind of like your everyday fragrance, something that you can wear to work almost every single day, and something that you can wear around every day. All right? That's pretty much it. Let me know what your thoughts are on Gucci Guilty pour Homme, and I'm curious, always curious. Thank you guys, take care of yourselves, and you guys have a great day.